Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien here on the morning of Tuesday, August 8th, 2023. Stand by for a special announcement. Well, as the campaign manager for Freddy the Freeloader's presidential campaign, here's two things we need to do, Americans. According to the so-called informed newsmen, there is about 220 million possible American voters, or a little more than that, around 220 million. Okay, and we know that around 45 million extremist Republican rightists and 45 million extremist leftist Democrats are bad. So that's 90 million out of the 220. So it leaves you, what, 120 million or so, maybe 130 million. So we got 130 million undecided, uninvolved, or otherwise I could care a damn about this Americans who have the vote and the privilege and power to vote. And then you guys are complaining all the time that I'm not getting enough from my government and they're screwing me here left and right. Yeah. So as Freddy the Freeloader is the alternative to extremist Republicans and extremist Democrats and Republicans and Democrats for that matter. So you independents out there, it's time to show these two parties that they are a minority parties, both of them. The majority of you Americans don't like each party. There's only 45 million extremists there, and then you got maybe 15 million apiece, so you got about 60 million on either side, so that still makes it 120, so you still got over 100 million people who don't like you. But if you include those gray area peoples on both sides, they're going to get about 60 million or a little more than that in the votes. Both parties. So what I'm saying is, it's not the popular vote that counts here, people. Let's go after the states with the biggest electors and accumulate, or, any states, as long as we can accumulate 270, that's all we need. And get Freddy the Freeloader with 270 electoral votes makes him president. And mind you, there's nothing in the Constitution that'll bar him from running. Okay? You can write his name down. And come election time, if he gets the 270, then it's up to the different states that he got the 270 from. And most of them are run by Republicans or Democrats. What are they going to do? They have to follow the Constitution, according to Mr. Mike Pence. You remember him? Yeah. So here we are, Americans. You got Republicans and Democrats that run these states. Say like Mr. Rassenberger here in Georgia, a Republican, and whoever the Democrat is that runs Michigan under Governor Whitmer. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, all you have to look at is Democrats running the state of Michigan and all those potholes you got up there. And I've been up there. My family lives in Michigan, so hey. Michigan has just got problems just like Florida does, and Georgia. Two Republican states. Well, one is a DeSantis, and you don't know where you put him here in Florida. And then you got Mr. Kemp, who stood up to Trump. Hey, Mr. Kemp and Mr. Rassenberger, you represent the Republican Party. Yahoo! But anybody represent the Democratic Party? Well, I guess the closest one is the governor of Michigan, Whitmer, over there. Because you Democrats, it's really hard to know which way you guys lean. You know, you're too far to the left. And you go for this, you go for that. The Republicans, you know what they used to stand for. And now you got the extremist rightists, so you know what they stand for there. So see, the Republicans stand for something, whether it's good or bad. But you Democrats, you're all over the map here. So that's what I'm saying. For us that are going to vote for Freddy the freeloader, we need 270 votes. And see us as states, say like Michigan, Florida would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah, under DeSantis. How are you going to do this? If we win Florida, the electors have to vote for Freddy the freeloader in Georgia. How's Mr. Kemp going to handle that? Or Mr. Rassenberger over there. Or even Arizona. Or even Mr. Newsom in California. If we, of all things, take California and all the 54, 55 votes go to Freddy the freeloader. Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Pennsylvania? Ooh, that would be fun. But to see the state representatives of the Republicans or Democrats having to certify these votes, that's even worse than poor Mike Pence having to do that against Donald Trump. So what do you say, Americans? You got the majority here. These two parties are the minority. Isn't there a chance that you vote for Freddy the freeloader, and then during the period of November through January 20 of 2024, these two parties will have to get together and say, we have to form a government of consensus with Republicans and Democrats included in it, and not the extremists on both sides either, and independence from the people's vote. Wouldn't that be something? You'll finally get a government that probably would work if you do it that way. And that's why I'm presuming Freddy the freeloader, 270. That way those Republicans and Democrats will realize that they have always been in the minority parties. And it's time for the majority to say, we mean business. What do you say, Americans? This is your favorite alien campaign manager for Freddy the freeloader. Good day.